Namaste and welcome to the Jyotishi YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about the great Jupiter and Saturn conjunction which is happening in the sign of Capricorn and how it is going to impact the world, the macrocosm, and how is it going to have an impact. Jupiter and Saturn are coming together, becoming conjunct in the sign of Capricorn after 20 years, right?
Yes,
This is a big conjunction.
yes.
So, what is the significance or impact of this conjunction that we all need to know about?
So this is called the Great Conjunction. So it happens once in 20 years. So we all know that Jupiter and Saturn are the exterior planets. Therefore, we have the interior planets like Mercury, Venus, and all that. And Jupiter and Saturn, the karmic planets, are the exterior planets. And this Great Conjunction happens once in 20 years. So for example, Saturn takes 30 years to move around the sun,
Right.
and Jupiter takes 12 years to move around the sun. So it's about 11 point something and 29 point something. So the difference is 18 years. So 18 into 20 is 360 degrees. So every 20 years, mathematically, they will come together. And this is an astronomical feast as far as the astronomer community is concerned, because the last time when Jupiter and Saturn were in conjunction was in 2001. So in 2001, it was very close to the Sun, and hence people could not view those conjunctions. So this time it's in a straight line. So in the orbit, Jupiter, Saturn, and Earth are in a straight line, and it's reasonably far away from the Sun. And so that is why December 21st is a very significant date, wherein Jupiter and Saturn are very, very close. It's about 0.1 degrees close. And in the nakshatra called Uttarashada, in a sign called Capricorn. So the closeness brings about a lot of changes in our lives from an astrological perspective. So the last time when Jupiter and Saturn were conjunct in the same sign was in 60 years ago. So it was in 1960.
Okay.
So now after 60 years, it is there in the same sign. The sign has a specific impact as well. So what do you call the Capricorn is called the earthy sign. So last time it was so it changes signs every 20 years. So every 5 signs and 9 signs it changes,
Right.
and that is how the conjunction happens every 20 years kind of a thing.
So, the last time it happened in 2001, what are the events that happened? And will there be similar events that will take place maybe in the year 20?
So from an astrology perspective, it is a very significant thing primarily because for the Kala Purusha Kundali, starting from Aries, Jupiter and Saturn are the 9th and the 10th lords. So it is called Dharma Karma Raja Yoga. So a Raja Yoga wherein the dharma of people and karma of people come into play. So it is, for example, what do you call Barack Obama, Shri Narendra Modi ji, all those people have great Dharma Karma Raja Yoga. So it is a what do you call fantastic Raja Yoga from that perspective. And in this planetary conjunction, also loosely termed as a planetary war, there is an aspect of 9th and 10th house involved. So dharma and karma. So and Jupiter is debilitated in this particular case, and it's in Saturn's house. So it is like the characteristics of Jupiter and Saturn are there, and ultimately Saturn will kind of sort of overshadow the characteristics of Jupiter. So from a dharma karma perspective, what we notice here is sort of dharma will sort of take a backseat as far as karma is concerned. So, for example, the truth, the people's ability to kind of do good in this world, think good, will take a lower backseat as far as karma is concerned. So, people with extensive karma, people with good karma, people who live a very minimalistic kind of a lifestyle rather than a very show off kind of a lifestyle, they will tend to benefit in this particular conjunctions. So what happens is the Saturn portion of it, since Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the Saturn portion of it will take the upper hand in this particular conjunction.
So this conjunction is going to go on for the next 1 year, right?
Yes.
Moving forward, it is going to
Yes.
go on for the next 1 year. So how does this impact one personally as well? And like you mentioned that a person who lives a very minimalistic life, it is a good
Yes.
conjunction for him,
Yes, yes.
right? So for the others, let's say, who want to benefit from this conjunction, what
Yes.
should they be doing, and how should they be, looking at this conjunction personally?
Let's talk about it from two different perspectives. One is from a macro perspective, and one is from a micro. What will happen to an individual kind of a thing. So from a macro perspective, we can, it is in the 10th house of career. It is in the 10th house of nation. It is in the 10th house of, pride, prestige. It's in the 10th house of status and those kind of things. And this particular conjunction from a national kind of a perspective, which sort of bring in Saturn talks about labor. Saturn talks about the hardworking people. Saturn talks about meticulousness, hardworking and methodical in their approach, kind of a thing. So the people who have been extremely hardworking and extremely methodical, it will reward them extremely well. So from a national kind of a perspective, what happens is there are sort of divisive nature that may probably come. So from a rich perspective, a person who is doing extremely well, a big industrialist or a big conglomerate kind of a thing, will prosper very high. And the people at the lower end of the society, the divide will kind of sort of increase in this particular kind of a conjunction. So that is from an economical kind of a perspective. From a metal. So Saturn also denotes metals. So we may kind of find some new metals being discovered from a commercial use kind of a thing. There may also be some good things. Price rise in terms of gold, silver, copper, and those kind of things. So those are things that can probably happen, and it is directly facing the 4th house of homeland and the education, the 4th house of well-being and all that. So those areas are the areas which can probably get affected from a national kind of a perspective. So the sectors to watch out are real estate. So sectors to watch out are education. You can automobiles. So there have been these conjunctions, and their connection to aeroplanes and automobiles have been reasonably very high. So these are the areas that need to be watched out. Water, earth, something under the earth. So pipelines, petroleum products and those kind of things. Something related to that is sort of it's high probable kind of a thing. This is from a national.
So you're saying these areas will do well.
These areas, depending on the time frame, the skewness is towards the negative side. It is not towards the positive side. So the skewness is towards the negative side. So that's why I diplomatically put these areas in general. Right. So from the 10th house of the nation, so Saturn and Jupiter is like sort of broadly classified as USSR and US at earlier times. So there is highly
Cold War.
Yes, Cold Wars and the disintegrations happening. USSR kind of disintegrating to a lot of things. So that kind of a period is sort of possible in this particular time frame. And from an individual perspective, it is purely a karmic kind of a cycle. So karmic kind of a cycle, if you have been doing your dharma till date, the conjunction will reward you fantastically. If you have been doing shortcuts, if you have been doing illegal things, if you have been trying to amass wealth through wrongdoings and all that, Saturn will show its beautiful, because it's a karmic planet, it will show its beautiful insight onto you from a Saturn kind of a perspective. So it is not even late now. So if anything is going wrong or anything you've done wrong, it is kind of better to start fresh from day one, from this point in time, because Saturn is going to, when it takes shapes in a beautiful manner, and you have absolutely no control over it, and then you'll find it very difficult to cope up with it. So it's better from an individualistic perspective. So from a chart perspective, from a Kalapurusha perspective, this conjunction is happening in Capricorn, which is the 10th house of the natural zodiac. So from a chart perspective, it may be happening in your respective first house or second house or third
Right.
house or wherever it is. So that area of your life, taking the flavor of Uttarashada Nakshatra, is going to hit badly, or it can be fantastic, depending on whether Jupiter is overtaking Saturn in your chart, or Saturn is overtaking in a off-spin clockwise direction.
Okay.
So suppose from a clockwise direction, if Jupiter is ahead of Saturn, that means your component of free will is more than destiny. If Saturn is more than taking it's ahead of Jupiter in your chart, that means the component of destiny is very high in the chart. So if the component of destiny is very high in the chart, then this particular conjunction, suppose it's in the fourth house, the destiny impact on your fourth house, depending on your karmas, positive or negative, will be high.
So this essentially impacts based on what you have done.
Yes.
And what is the time frame? Is it like last 5 years, last 10 years?
So typically within 3 months the effects should start coming up. So the
Okay.
first month is a trailer,
Okay.
and so from the third month you should start getting sort of reasonable.
Right. It all
effects.
depends on what you have done in the
Yes.
past.
So generally from a combined perspective, what do you call, people who have been living a reasonable life, it should bring not much, kind of a difference.
Right.
From a reasonable life kind of thing. Most of us sort of live a very reasonable life. So from that perspective, it should not bring much enough changes in life. So for example, big industrial groups, or the great politicians and all that. So if they have been doing wrong, a lot of things will come under surface.
Right.
So it will automatically come under service. So there are a lot of what do you call, farmer related movements which is happening in the country, a lot of workers related movements. They will start gaining more momentum depending on, because Saturn is
Right.
the farmer, the hard-working people.
Yes.
So that kind of momentum will start taking
Shape.
shape in this particular time frame.
So is it advisable to get a chart reading done because of this conjunction happening in the near future?
Yes. So it is advisable to get a chart reading done, but I'm also say that if the destiny component is reasonably very high, it is it is like the nature is giving the results. So when nature gives the results, I don't think there is anybody capable to interpret and comprehend what effects the nature is going to give.
Right.
So from that perspective, there may be a lot of deviation from what you read
Right.
and what actually happens in
Yes.
in the so for example, COVID-19 coronavirus, I don't think anybody who claims to be so brilliant and astrologically very, very significant was able to kind of figure out what exactly is the
Right.
effects and what is the nature, including the WHO and including the best doctors and the epidemiologists in the world and all that. Nobody has a clue. So the fact of the matter is, there are certain things which are beyond comprehension, and this conjunction, especially if the Saturn component is reasonably strong in the chart, not many people will have a idea or a clue as to what is going to happen
Okay.
in your chart or in the
Okay.
economy as a whole.
So is there any mantra that you would suggest to
Yes,
be
so
chanted?
from a mantra perspective, Neelanjana Samabhasam Raviputram Yamagrajam Chhayamarthanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shanishwaram. So there is nothing better than a karmic planet. So Jupiter is a visualizer, Saturn is the doer. Yeah, so Saturn does it. So he is an implementer. So for example, you want to do big in your life, you want to grow in your company, you want to grow your organization, become a large thing, and those kind of things. Saturn will kind of pull you. It's like a helicopter
Right.
tied with 100 elephants. The helicopter may move up, but it will be difficult for that helicopter
Right.
to move. So Saturn will kind of pull and be a realistic kind of a thing. So there are various aspects, right? So for example, at a home, when a husband and wife kind of a relationship, the wife dresses up and comes, and then she asks the husband, in great excitement, how do I look? So the person says, the reaction is that is a typical Rahu reaction.
Okay.
So Saturn reaction is, we'll go out for dinner. Yeah, we'll go out, but there, the full traffic jam, and we don't know what will happen. I don't know whether I'll get parking, and the entire mood of the girl goes. So that is the typical Saturnish kind of a behavior. So typical, if it is a Mars kind of a thing, Mars is an energetic, and if the Mars is exalted, he will look at the girl and say, "Oh, let's go to a room." So that's the kind of behavior each planet. So we'll talk about planets and its behavior from a reverse perspective. So usually, what happens is in most of the videos, we see sun is this, sun represents God, sun represents Father, and all
Right.
that. So we will talk about it from use cases. We'll see what is happening in the world,
Yes.
and then based on that, we'll talk about planets.
Sure.
So similarly, coming back to Saturn, Jupiter, it is sort of a constrained thing. So Jupiter is wisdom. I want to gain knowledge.
Right.
I want to go study in XYZ college and all that. So Saturn will say, do we have the money? It'll pull you down. It'll say, okay, realistically, do our parents have the money? Are you able to take a loan? Will banks give you loan? And those kind of things. Similarly, Saturn is a hardworking and boundary oriented person. So it will say, I sow the field. After 4 months, the crop will come. I will sell this crop, and I will get so much of money. And Jupiter will try to expand that. Jupiter will say, take 4 fields. Let us. But Saturn is not interested in that. Ultimately, in this conflict, Saturn actually wins because it's in Capricorn, and Capricorn is owned by Saturn. So Saturn sort of wins this particular argument, this planetary war.
Right.
So dharma component in the world will sort of come down. So people will believe, why should I pray to God? I mean, I'm not getting the results. It's a very practical question. It's a long-term journey, and let me enjoy my life and those kind of things. And youngsters, kids, and teenagers, they'll feel constrained at home. I'm not able to go out. Parents are sort of binding me, because the binding factor of Saturn comes in, and old people. So parents binding me at home. I'm not able to meet my friends. I'm not able to go out for dinner and party and those kind of stuff. So those kind of issues will sort of prop up in this particular
Next year.
There is a lot of constraint which will happen.
Okay.
Jupiter wants to expand, and but Saturn says, "Boy, stop here."
Okay.
So that's kind of a thing. But overall, the best thing to do is think good, do good, live a dharmic life, and then do your karma properly, and Saturn will reward you fantastically in this particular point.
So the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is a great conjunction. Like Anand mentioned, if one lives a very dharmic life, it's going to reward us in multifold, right? So if you would like to know what is the impact of this particular conjunction on your chart, you could register on jyotishi.com, and thank you for watching the video.